Hey Popstar, I'm Brendan Robinson. I play Lucas on Pretty Little Liars, and we are here on the set at Warner Brothers Studios.
Now, tell me a little bit about what's going on with your character this season.
Well, there's definitely a lot of surprises happening with Lucas and Hanna and that whole relationship. It's not necessarily going to play out like I think what people are anticipating. There's definitely some surprises, and we'll see. This first episode that comes out on January 3rd, is going to be. There's definitely going to be some shock factor, and the relationship will take an interesting twist.
Now, since a lot of your scenes are obviously with Ashley, how would you describe her? What could you tell us about her?
Well, the thing about Ashley that we don't get to see a lot of on the show is that she's so funny. Honestly, she's a really funny person, and it's too bad that we don't get to see a lot of that on the show. But she's a lot of fun. She likes to I don't want to say play pranks necessarily, but there's definitely some. We have a good time.
What I know, in the past she's actually said that she was kind of the prankster on set.
Yeah. Okay, then I can say it. She's definitely the prankster on the set. We have a good time.
What pranks has she pulled on you?
Well, okay, so the first day that I showed up on set, everybody's like, "Oh, your character is just like Adam Brody on the OC, Adam Brody this, Adam Brody that," and so she and Lucy Hale came up with like this idea of they thought that I really wanted to like meet Adam Brody or something, which, you know, it'd be cool, but I'm not like obsessed or anything. And so they're like, "Oh yeah, Adam's here right now. He just left. You know, he was just here. You missed him." And so they're like trying to drive me crazy, but it didn't work, you know. And I think I'm gonna get them back at some point. I don't know how, but hopefully they're watching this and they know that I'm gonna get them back.
What would you like to see happen to your character at the end of the season?
You know, I think that this character and the relationship with Hanna and Lucas, it's there's a lot of teasing that's going to happen throughout the season, and I hope that Lucas eventually gets what he wants, which is Hanna.
And what's your favorite aspect of playing Lucas?
You know, Lucas is a lot more. I think he has a lot more courage than I do, particularly in the lady department. Whether people like to believe that or not, but he definitely wants. You know, he definitely goes after what he wants, and I think that's a really fun thing to play because. I don't necessarily do that in my life, but you know, I get to pretend like I do on screen. So.
And my last question, since you work on a set really with mostly all girls, what have you learned about girls that maybe you didn't know before?
Well, girls definitely. This drives me totally crazy. They do this thing where it's like they pretend like they're not mad at you when they're actually mad at you, and so they're like, "Oh no, I'm not mad, but really they are," and that drives me crazy. And I've actually, you know, I've learned that on the show that, you know, that's kind of what happens when a girl's having a bad day. They try to cover it up, but no, I can tell for sure.